Good evening and welcome back for another night of Wildcat Lacrosse. Tonight, Eagan's going to be hosting the Lakeville South Cougars. Lakeville South is currently sitting at 6-4, while Eagan is dismally, but hopefully, sitting at a 1-7 with much room for improvement. Tonight's starting lineup for the Eagan Wildcats, starting with number 2, Ethan Wallach at attack. Number 4, Liam Thomas at defense. Number 7, Gabe Jellin at defense. Number 10, Charlie Heinlein in the goal. Number 13, Jackson Thomas at defense. Number 16, Sawyer Eisen at defense. Number 19, Joey Will at attack. Number 20, Charlie Sisk at attack. Number 34, Liam Riley at midfielder. And number 81, Luke Becker at midfielder. As you can see, the boys are all lined up, getting their marching orders from the refs. Tonight, we welcome back Charlie, who's back in goal after serving a little time off with an injury. He got slashed in the arm, had some stingers. Once he thought he was recovered, he got slashed again, so pulling him out of the game. But Charlie is back. He says he's recovered and ready. We'll see if he can get back on the horse. Tonight for the face-off, it's going to be Liam Riley, number 34, as they get ready for the start of this matchup against the Lakeville South Cougars. And there we go. We get a good pop out there. Liam gets on it, gives it a little goof forward, but he's going to – looks like Lakeville's going to bounce it around and then pick it up and have control back in their zone. Waiting for a long pole who's going to cross the 50-yard line, number 10 for Lakeville. And he's going to dump it off down low on Charlie's left for number 5. As he gets inside, gets the touch, passes back up top to 37. 37 is going to slow it down while they get the long pole out of there. Meanwhile, Liam's going to give him a little taste of something and let him know that we're not going to let him just sit in our area. Pass it back to number 7, who's going to start on the left side, work his way up front. Long shot. Easily gobbled up by Charlie, and then passed up to Luke Becker, who dropped it. Turned it over to Lakeville, who's going to work it back into their system. Number 37 is going to take a work around. Charlie does another great job trying to stop a low shot. Dumps it off to number 7 for Eagan. That's Gabe Jellin, going to make his way up the sideline right in front of the bench. But bad scoop there by Joey. And we're pushing it around a little bit. Boys are trying to get some room to get it picked up. Looks like a little pile, and the refs are going to whistle it dead. As we figure out, looks like Lakeville's going to get possession out of that one. Not sure exactly what the call was. Number 7 is going to take it up top, pass it off to Charlie's right side, back down low to the back position, who is met by number 13 for Eagan. That's going to be Jackson Thomas. Gives him a little what for until he dumps it off to number 7. Up top, he's going to make his way across the front, and he takes a good shot there. Looks like Charlie got a little stick on it, but it was wide, so it didn't really matter too much. Turning the ball back over to Lakeville. Jackson gives him a little poke, and he decides to dump it off. Up top, quick shot, and Charlie blocks it and moves it out of bounds. Good job by Charlie there seeing that shot. Number 16 or 18, had a wide open shot. As we're working away on the inside, back on the left side again, and moving it back up top. Back down low, Charlie's left side. He's going to size it up and take a little sprint over. Quick pass, a little dodge move, high shot missing, but Lakeville's going to keep possession of it. As they're going to take it low on Charlie's left side. Jackson's going to meet him out there, and as he gets a little tangled up there, he gets free, gets open, big shot, but not on target, wide right to Charlie. Lakeville's going to hang on to possession. Almost an errant pass there, but they managed to bring it down. Back up top to number 7, who's going to start down the hill. Looks for a shot, doesn't get it. Good work by number 7, Liam, turning around. Oh, and little poke check and picked up by number 26 for Eagan. That's going to be David Comer, who's going to work it up the line and move his way into Lakeville's zone as we finally get our first possession in Lakeville's offensive zone. Back up top to Ethan. Ethan's going to pass it down. Well, he's looking to pass it down, gets a good pick from Eagan, number 27, as he brings it in a little deeper, and he's going to reset and move it back up top. It is going to be Lane up top, along with, let's see, number 44 for Eagan, that's Bim. Bim and Lane worked it across the top and then back down low. Off to number 20 for Eagan, that's Charlie Sisk. Charlie moves it up to Reed. Reed's going to push it up to, that's Bim again. Excuse me, but I'm still trying to learn some of the boys' numbers. And down low to Ethan. Ethan makes a move. He's going to work his way around the other side. Gets a little handcuff there and decides to turn back and back it up a little bit. A fake pass, almost gets his defender off of him. Works into some traffic there. Bim's open in the front, but gets peeled off the ball. Good scoop up, and then you're going to set it down for Lakeville's goalie. It is going to be Lakeville's ball. Stick. Ethan's going to give him a little what for out in the middle of the field. Don't let him across yet. It's Charlie, and he looked like number 19, Joey Needham in the center as they're pushing forward. Jack Goodmedicine and number, I believe that's 40 or 00. That's Mason Reese. They're going to meet him and turn him back up top. So they're going to reset up top and then down to Lakeville number 20, who's going to work his way down the right side into Charlie's backfield, met by Jackson Thomas. He's going to give chase, a little poke check on the hands there. Doesn't produce anything, but makes him pass off the ball. And then in front of Mason on the short stick, he's going to stay with his man. Good job, Mason, there by turning him back. High shot, totally misses. But Lakeville's going to maintain possession. Jackson loses a step on him as he chases across. And a big feed out front results in a goal for Lakeville. The first goal of the game. Time is 7:09. Charlie did a great job stopping the first couple shots, but this one was a little too close and didn't really give him much to work with. His Lakeville goal was scored. And it's going to be Lakeville number 20, Daniel McDonald, I believe it is. As we go to another face-off here. As we pop it loose. Big stick coming in, but he gets peeled off the ball. Number 4 for Eagan. That's Luke. That's Liam Thomas. Looks like Eagan's going to keep the ball. And excuse me, the Lakeville goal scorer was number 29, Caden Wolf, the attack midi. Looks like we got a whistle flag down. Stoppage of play. It's going to be a hold. Not really sure on who it's on. As we wait for the ref call from the bench. Looks like there might be more than one penalty as we look at the bench. It's going to be 2 on Lakeville, both 30-second penalties, and 1 on Eagan. Number 27, that is Lane Nygaard. Lane is going to be serving that penalty. I believe all 3 penalties are 30 seconds, but I'm not exactly sure of the call type. But it does give us a man-up advantage. It's going to be 5-on-4 for Eagan. As we get the call started up. Down low. And then up top, a quick shot, but Lakeville's goalie does fall down blocking that shot as they're looking to kill this penalty off and hopefully stall the clock a little bit. But Ethan's not having any of that. He's going to give him a little what for. A nice bottom hand stick check as the long pole takes it across. Looks like a little bit of a screen issue there, tripping over him. Bad pass is going to result in Eagan taking possession of it right to Luke's feet as he picks it up and gets it across the line. Still on the penalty, and I believe they are back on even strength. So it looks like it's going to be a crease violation against Eagan. turning over the ball. Possession goes to the Cougars as they're going to start right in front of their goalie, a short stick. Ethan's going to go meet him in the middle and challenge him a couple of good stick checks as he crosses the 50. Number 18 for Lakeville is going to bring it in and dump it off to number 5 down low. He's going to move it to the X position. As Liam is in the backfield, or excuse me, Gabe, number 7. And then they move it around back up front on Charlie's right side as they try and set up a little screen move there. Number 7 takes a shot. That's wide to Charlie's right, misses. Lakeville's had a lot more shots on goal, but none of them have been really on target except for the one that did go. Currently, we're sitting at 5:33 left on the clock. As Lakeville's going to move it around down south and back up to X. Waiting there is Jackson, who's going to give him a little what for. They turn it up top. Makes a couple of quick moves, takes a shot, and gets past Charlie's left side. Going high left on Charlie, sneaking past him. Doesn't even look like Charlie saw that shot coming. He might have been a little screened, which, of course, that is one of the better shots to take when you are screened by one of your own defensemen, or one of their defensemen, I should say, resulting in the goalie not getting much of a chance on it, especially at short yards. So taking the faceoff right now is Caleb Lyon, number 51. Caleb's going to get down and set as we pull it in a nice pop out right to a Lakeville player. As Ethan gets loose, gives chase, but doesn't get there in time as Lakeville's going to push it into Eagan's zone. Waiting there is Mason Reese, who gives him a little bit to think about, trying to keep him on the outside as he works his way down into the X position. A little cross check and a little change in pace. He tries to get loose, passes up top. Good work by Eagan, resulting in a ball down. But Lakeville sees it and picks it right up. Good double team by Eagan. Oh, almost snagged it right out of the air. Number 5 and waiting for him down low. Number 29, I believe that is, scoring his second goal. Yes, I believe that is number 29 for Lakeville. Caden Wolf scoring his second goal. A nice quick shot. Down low and right past Charlie's stick. And we're going to get number 34 for Eagan, Liam Riley, up and taking the face off again. Currently 0-3 for Lakeville with 4:39 left on the clock for this first quarter. Whistle play, popped loose, and Eagan gobbles it up. Jack Goodmenacing runs in, but then runs into some trouble as he gets beaten up pretty good. They go for the bottom stick and pop it loose. Kind of panicked a little bit, couldn't get his pass off before they seized on that opportunity and dropped it. Lakeville dumps it up top to number 37 as they do a player switch. He's going to take a couple stutter steps, looking at number 34, Liam Riley, who gives chase. Doesn't give him much to work with. Gets a good step on him, but met by the defense and pushes him free. And then they push it up top to number 7 as he comes down low, waiting wide open in front. That was a missed opportunity by Eagan's defense. That was unclear the number there. For some reason, we're hearing a whistle, but number 3 for Lakeville, that's going to be Landon Seaberg. Number 3 scoring that goal, or scoring that goal, excuse me.
Of the first half for the Wildcats.
I believe our clock time is a little off. That was the whistle for the end of the quarter, but apparently our time still says 3:53 left, so some confusion there, but the refs are going to go with the horn. So that is the end of the first quarter. Currently it's at 0 for the Wildcats and 4 for, oh, it is a timeout. Oh, okay. I'm corrected, it's a timeout. We still have 3:53 left. I don't know why we heard a horn for a timeout, but apparently it's a timeout for one of the two teams. Is kind of see there the ref returning the stick as they do a stick check during a timeout. We talked about this a little bit in the first game with George about what exactly they're looking for. They're looking for good depth on their net, good stick length. Everything's the proper measurements. Nothing's bent or altered in any way. There's a butt on the stick, and then they also check and see how long the ball actually stays in the pocket when they roll it over. If the ball stays in there too long, it means there's probably something wrong with the pocket, and they get penalized for that. I believe it runs into being a 30-second technical equipment foul for the resulting team. But you don't see too many of those. So with this face-off, we're going to take Gabe Jellin, the long pole. We're going to try and mix it up a little bit and see what Gabe can do with this with that long stick. Resulting in a Lakeville Cougar win, waiting out front, back and forth a couple times. Had a good opportunity for a shot, but did not land it. He lost sight of it, and there's a fight for the ball now as it's getting pushed around.
Isaac Larson, the time 3:53 remaining.
Looks like it's going to be Egan's ball. Lakeville gets called for that one. Number 34 for Egan's going to take it upfield. That's Liam Riley. Pushing it up to number 81. That is Luke Becker. Luke's going to push it back to Liam and then over to the right side. Or excuse me, Lakeville's left side. And then waiting down low is Ethan, of course, in his favorite position. Hopefully we can get Ethan some wiggle room here and maybe stir up their defense enough to give him a little one-on-one matchup, and then Ethan can get back on his horse and get in that game and be our goal scorer here. Couple good stick checks there, tying him up. He gets a double team. Slow past Ethan, but he manages to gobble it up, makes a move, but doesn't like what he sees. He's going to work his way back around and dump it off to X. Waiting at X is Joey Will, and then back up Lakeville's left side. And then he's going to work up top. Back down to Luke. Luke's going to push it down to Charlie. Charlie takes a couple of good hits there as he works his way in the backfield of Lakeville. It's like Charlie's going to work his way over and up and across, and we're going to keep it rotating around. A couple stutter step moves there. Gets inside by number 27, Lane, but doesn't like what he sees. Passes it back to Luke. And back up to Lane. And down to Reed. And then back over on the left side to Joey. Joey makes a good move. Wide open, number 27 takes a good shot. We had a good camera angle at the back there, but he was about 3-4 inches to the right.
Possession Wildcats.
But it does, we do have Ethan waiting in the backfield, or excuse me, not Ethan, that was Charlie waiting in the backfield, so we do maintain possession. Moving around up top, back down, and then Ethan's going to take it. He's going to take a couple good looks, work his way across the front, gets a good stick check. Big pass, but not on target. But Egan does gobble it back up. Lakeville gets a stick on it, knocks it down, but we get it right back and pass it up to, there we go, good work there. Ethan waiting for his opening man. Ethan's doing a great, bounces off the crossbar and back out. Good shot, but not on target. And another shot down low. And here we go with another shot. And another shot. Number 27 finally puts it away for Egan. Lane Nygaard. That is great work by Egan's offense, peppering their goalie with shot after shot. I'd hate to be that guy right now. He looked like he couldn't have done anything right to save any of those. Score is now 1-4. Eagan Wildcats with 1 minute and 2 seconds left on the clock. Going down for the faceoff is going to be Caleb again. Ref gets them set, and the little whistle kick out there. Let's see if we can get some legs on that, but Lakeville does get to it quicker than us. They're going to take possession and kind of ride the clock and see if they can knock it down. Getting the touch at 53 seconds. Unfortunately, in high school lacrosse, there is no shot clock, whereas if you watch college or professional, there is a shot clock, so they have so much time to make it, at least put a shot on goal. Where high school lacrosse in Minnesota, the big determination is getting it inside that 30-yard line that we talked about the last game and getting the touch. That is the most they have to do to progress the ball forward. Lakeville's going to move it around a little on Charlie's left side and back up top on his right side. He takes a big gap there. He wants to get some room in there. Doesn't like what he sees, passes it down low. Waiting number X. Another guy waiting up top as he works his way around. Good block by Charlie down low as Sawyer makes a good battle for it in the corner as the whistle blows it dead. Good work by the Eagan defense there and Charlie for getting back on that. Blocking a lot of quality shots. And an even better job by Eagan's offense peppering that Lakeville goal with a flurry of 4 shots, all within about 30 seconds of each other. So this is the end of our first quarter, which brings us to our annual and time-honored tradition now of going over rules. So we're going to talk about slash. Unfortunately, George couldn't be with us tonight, so I'm going to go over the rules with you. Slashing penalty gets called pretty often. For the most part, it is up to ref's discretion, but the general rule says that you cannot take a one-handed swing at a player that has possession of the ball with any malice or with any intent to hurt anybody. They used to be, the general rule was once you get the head past their back, so you bring the stick back 90 degrees or more and you take a shot at somebody, that's kind of a slash. But now with this high school level, you can kind of watch the boys and see that whether or not they're trying to make a shot at the stick or they're trying to hurt the player or not. Again, for those of you that don't know, anything from the shoulders down to the hands is considered part of the stick, which means it's perfectly fair game for a slap check or a stick check for you to make contact with any parts of that. Which is why, if you kind of watch and pay attention, a lot of the attackmen out there are going to be wearing full pads on their elbows, and even some of them wear shoulder pads. They do tend to take quite a bit of abuse. The biggest deliverer of those slap checks and those poke checks is going to be the defense. And they're going to have the most momentum to be able to put a hurt on somebody. So attackmen get beat up quite a bit by the defense. So they tend to wear bigger pads on the shoulders and on the elbows. But everything from the shoulder down is perfectly legal to take a poke at. As we get ready to start our third quarter, boys are going to switch sides. So Eagan's going to be on the left side, moving left to right, and Lakeville will be on the right side, moving right to left.
The Wildcats in the second quarter defend the north goal in front of the scoreboard.
As we get, looks like number 51, Caleb Lyon, is going to take the face off again. And we get number 4 for Eagan down low, Liam Thomas. And I'm not quite sure who's up top for Mr. Lyon to help out. You get down and set. Ref's going to whistle the ball and play. A little bit of scuffle there. It is going to wind up being Eagan's ball. Good work by, as he works his way, gets a good stick check there and pops it free by number 2. Lakeville is going to carry it low and into Eagan's zone, and they're going to try and get a fast shot off. Charlie does a great job gobbling it up. It doesn't give him much room for improvement on that one. Hangs on to it, passing it up. Good. Nice another pass up top as he's going to work his way through 2 defenders, get inside, get the touch, and backpedal out. Pass it off to number 19 for Joey. Joey takes a little stick check, but their defender loses the ball. Joey gobbles it back up. Looks like it's going to be offsides white on Eagan.
Wildcats offside. Possession to the
So a little bit of
Cougars.
confusion there once they crossed the line. I'm sure Lakeville's bench noticed that and got the ref's attention. Turning it over. Good cross check there by Eagan, right in front of the ref, letting it go by number 37 as he takes it in, gets the touch. Lakeville's got a new man on field. They're going to pass it over to the left side, do a quick switch, get some fresh legs out there. They try and slow down the play a little bit here. We got 10:44 left on the clock, but Lakeville tries to set up a screen, doesn't get what he wants out of it, passes it back to his man, takes a bouncing shot. Charlie reads it all the way, scoops it up right in front. Good work by Sawyer settling it down for Charlie to take it in. And then Jackson Thomas is going to take it up on the left side, all the way across to Liam. Liam's going to push forward, try and get up. Hopefully, there we go, good work. And off to Odin, who's out on the field, and then back down to number 81, Luke Becker. Takes it in center, gets the touch. Good pass up to Ethan. Ethan passes it across to Joey Will. And Joey Will scores while the flag is being thrown. Great work by Joey getting underneath that goal. Nice work. It looks like it's going to be a penalty cross-check on Lakeville. We'll see if that penalty stands or not. It's not served before the goal, so they should give us a man-up advantage. Not sure who yet they're calling this penalty on, but they're calling it a slash. Looks like it's going to be on one of Lakeville's defensemen who's going to serve some time right there in front of the timetable, giving Eagan a man-up advantage. As you can see, Jack Goodmedicine's down low in front of your camera. He's the lone man on the right side. Good come out with that one. Good win for that. Joey takes a bouncing pass, tries to body it, but gets free. Joey's not having any of that. He's trying to give him a little what for, but I mean, it's screwed its way around. Passing it up to another waiting long pole. As Lakeville gets it across the line, gets the touch. And then pass it up to top center. Top center is going to work his way down to the corner. But Jackson's not letting them give him much room to work with and turns him back around. Going back up top, he's going to try and beat him with speed across the top. But Jackson's with him the whole way. They're going to pass it back up to center. And then over on Charlie's right side, high right, and working his way down in low. Currently have 9 minutes and 17 seconds left on the clock. Score is 4-2 Eagan with 2 points. Is he going to work his way down low? Gets a good couple pushes out. Long pass that's going to result in maybe a turnover here. See who gets to the line first. Sawyer gets a shoulder on him, but they're not going to get a free clear. Good work by Sawyer playing the body on that one. And then managing to goose it up as he's got a trailing long pole behind him. I don't know if he notices it. Ooh, high hit. That should have been a flag right in the face.
Ball out of bounds, possession to Lakeville South.
Ball goes out of bounds and gets passed over. Ref did not see that, but hopefully our cameras did. Joey took a pretty good pop to the head there. Lakeville's going to take it deep and work their way up across. Joey's waiting up front. Long pole on the other side. Passing it over. And then back up top. They're going to get inside, get the touch. And they're going to pass it down on Charlie's bottom right side and then into the X position. Makes a couple stutter step moves. Does not get what he wants, so he's going to pass it up top. Start it again from the top and work it away around. Off to Charlie's left side. And then back up top. And then back over to Charlie's right side and down low again. Lakeville's not seeing what they want, so they're just going to keep passing around until they get the matchups they're looking for. Tries to make a move. Little push off and then picked up. Bad pass out of bounds, giving Eagan possession of the ball. Looks like David Comer's going to take it all the way from the backfield. and try and work his way downhill and into Lakeville zone. Little stutter step move. He's going to be met by two Lakeville players. Waiting all the way across was Jack. Pretty much wide open. He's going to work his way in and then get the touch and then pass it back up top. We're going to work it and try and move our feet around and get it in. Doing a good job moving the ball around tonight and getting their feet working. So back down to Ethan on the, oh, he sees a good opening there, tries to go for it. Goes a good swim move out, gets in front of his man. Slow shot, bounces off the crossbar and back out, gobbled up by Eagan again. And then pushing it back up top, we're going to reset, get some fresh looks here. Back down to Joey. Joey's going to get a good look. And then pass it back up top. And then Brady's going to pass it over to number 34. That's Liam. Tries to set a pick move there. Ethan gets knocked down a little bit or slides on his feet and gets the ball picked away from him. Ball gets loose. There we go. Good pass out front by Lakeville. Passing and waiting open number 40. Big shot on goal. Misses. And Charlie does a great work getting his legs back there and giving Eagan the possession of the shot. Not giving Lakeville much to work with here. Charlie's going to take it out. And then Liam's waiting up top. Or excuse me, that is Gabe. I keep confusing Gabe and Liam. I don't know why I keep doing that. And then out in front of the bench. And then working his way down low. Gets the touch. So he makes a couple of moves. Caleb looking for an opening but doesn't see what he likes, so he dumps it off to Ethan. Ethan's going to work his way in. And then down in the X position. And then back up to Joey. Joey sees a cutter across but does not get a good pass off. And then off to Luke. Luke's going to pass it up and across. And then back down to number 44, Bim. Bim's going to make a couple moves, but gets robbed blindly and then picked off the ball. Is not able to recover it, and Lakeville takes possession and takes it across the line. Looks like a bad pass, but he's got plenty of time and uncontested pickup there. As we get some defensemen out there and switch it up a little bit, get some fresh legs. And Lakeville's going to take it slow up top. Currently sitting at 5:08 on the clock. Score is still 4-2. Egan's doing a good job of staying in this game. If only we could get some of those shots in there. Lakeville has way more shots, but they have not landed in. Good stick check there, and number 4 comes across. And then they get a wide open shot there. Tries to make a move and shoots down low on Charlie's left side, scoring. Makes a good stutter step move out front and does a trailing shot to kind of fake Charlie out a little bit. Score is now 2-4, Lakeville Cougars. 4:43 left on the clock before the half. Not sure which.
At this time, with the appearance of the Eagan Wildcats,
which which Lakeville player scored that goal.
There you'll be directed to where to wait for the halftime program.
Ball squirts out and then waiting to a Lakeville player, but Joey gobbles it up, gets hit in the back, and then the ball comes loose. Little rake move by Lakeville as Joey gets peeled off the ball, and they're going to work their way downhill towards Egan's offensive zone. Getting inside, get the touch. Lakeville number 9 doing the dirty work there. And then as Lakeville's going to switch out a couple of players. He's going to pass it high on Charlie's left. Waiting for some more legs to get out there so they can set something up. He's out there directing a little traffic, see if he can get somebody get in his way. He's going to square up and come across the front. High shot, misses the top of the goal by about a foot. And Lakeville keeps possession. Good stick work there by our defense number 7. Gabe Jellin keeping them back and not letting them get in there. Lakeville passes back up top. Gets a good beat on that. Bouncing shot goes wide.
The shot number 9, Mason Hartwell.
And then a little drag move, a little toe drag there. Doesn't work. I must have a hockey player out there. And Big high pass, but he has managed to bring it down, and they're going to work it down behind Charlie's back and to his left. Looks like big shot, misses wide to Charlie's left. He's going to be trying a low shot there to see if he can beat Charlie down low, but does not prove to be on target, so Lakeville maintains possession. Moving around a couple times, little low cradle across front, loses the ball. Egan's Sawyer doing a good job picking it and goosing it, getting it. Looks like he does have it in his stick. He's going to dump it off and then move it up top and to the right. Egan maintains possession. Good job by Joey. And waiting is 0-0 Mason, who's going to work his way down on low and gets a big push from behind. Lots of flags flying on that one. Ball's on the ground and sticks are flying. Looks like we have 2 flags for this. And Lakeville gets possession and then whistle the play dead. Wait and see here. Besides the cross in the back, we'll see what else we picked up out of this. Looks like a cross check. Number 1-4, cross check.
Italy call on Lakeville South. 1 minute personal foul, cross check.
It's going to be a 1 minute personal foul.
Lawrence, time of the penalty.
As Joey's going to take it up high, work his way over to Luke. Luke's going to move it back over to the right side, down to Ethan and back up top. Lakeville doing a good job keeping their sticks up. Egan's doing a good job of keeping the pressure in the middle there. And, oh, nice waiting shot. Oh, just a little wide. Joey misses, or excuse me, Charlie misses by inches. But Lakeville's going to get possession of the ball. Ball down, and he gobbles it back up. Waiting up top is Lakeville. He's going to try and kill the penalty, get it down low. Currently have 2:03 waiting in this quarter. And big stick check. Oh, good pass out front. Manages to bounce it and then get it up to Charlie. Charlie's looking. Oh, Joey Will had a good pass but couldn't gobble it up. Ball loose on the ground. Lakeville goalie picks it up.
Loose ball push on the Wildcats' possession.
Technically, there's going to be a loose ball push, but the ball popped up and went right back to Lakeville anyway. Egan's doing a good job putting some pressure, trying to get the ball back, but does not keep him from crossing the 50-yard line. Gets inside, gets a touch, works his way back up top. And they're going to work his way on Charlie's high right side. And he's going to work his way down low around the 10-yard line and get turned back. Trying to make some moves there, but number 26 for Egan, David Comer's doing a good job keeping his man in check. As he drops down, comes across the front, back down low. Big stick out front. Trying a little bit of loose ball up in the air, but it gets gobbled up by Lakeville. Lakeville passes it off to the right. Good shot out front by number 27. Gets a little wide open on Charlie and manages to sneak it in underneath. With that goal being scored, that gives us 53 seconds left in this first half.
Less than a minute remaining in the second quarter. 1 minute.
Currently 6-2, Lakeville. Totally not out of this game yet, but hopefully Egan can get one more goal before the end here and get a good possession here. Run it down low. There we go. Good job. Looks like his second win for Caleb tonight, but it gets flagged down. More multiple flags.
Second quarter, 53 seconds remaining. Cougars goal, second of the game for Trevor Jacks, assisted by Caden Wolf with 53 seconds remaining.
Not sure exactly what the call is.
Penalty upcoming.
Couple of flags. They might have been flagging the same thing, but 30-second hold on Lakeville.
Penalty call on Lakeville South. 30-second technical foul hold on number
So Eagan
2.
gets possession with 30 seconds left, 45 on the clock. And we're going to get a man-up advantage back down to Joey and back up top. Egan's doing a good job passing quickly, but not controlling that pass as he tries to make a pass but drops it. And then down for Ethan, back over to number 22 for Egan, Charlie Fifield. And then a good shot, but gets gobbled up. And Ethan, we're going to put some pressure on the goaltender there, get him to dump it off. And Egan gets up high, see if they can keep the ball on their side. Ball down, gets gobbled up. Good work there by Gabe seeing it and moving his way downfield. 7 seconds left on the clock. Back down low, Ethan's going to make a shot, and he scored. Oh, no, it was on the outside of the goal. Little wide shot, but thought it was inside. Oh, as poor Ethan's hanging his head. He put in a lot of work for that one. He deserved that goal. But goal is going to stand, or no goal is going to stand. Score is currently 6-2. As we take a short break at this halftime, and we'll see each other again at the start of the third quarter.
First half total is 12. Eagan Wild.
Welcome back to the start of the second half for this Eagan versus Lakeville South. Currently 6-2, Lakeville on top by only 4 goals, but Eagan putting a good show on and peppering away at Lakeville's goalie at least one time to get a goal in, and then another good monumental effort by Eagan Wildcats out front, and to no avail, but monumental effort nonetheless. As the boys make their way back out onto the field, during the halftime, they had a little ceremony for 6 of Eagan's seniors that are going to be graduating this year. Number 2, Ethan, who we just talked about, and then number 6, Connor King, who is currently out of this game with an injury. Number 7, Gabe Jellin, who we've seen quite a bit of. Number 8, Seth Coleman, who has not had an opportunity yet to play this year due to a football injury, so he's been out for quite a while. Lakeville getting possession of that and working their way in to get the touch. And number 11, Brooklyn Evans, who has only played a couple of games but is dealing with a recurring football injury himself. And then number 13, Jackson Thomas, who is currently out there right now on our bottom right side and giving their Lakeville South player a little stick to. Good work by Mason out front, getting in front of that and peeling it off of his shot. Mason does a little stand-up move there, fights his way through traffic, loses the ball, almost takes a hit up high, but does not. And good work by number 4, Eagan Liam, getting it up and moving it across the line. And then that's going to get scooped up by 51. And it is, looks like we got a goal scored. Well, I was looking down at my paperwork. I didn't even see that. Not 100% sure who made that shot, but it looks like Caleb Lyon had a hand in it at least, part of the celebration. As we listen for the table to make the official call. Looks like Caleb's going to get another shot at getting that ball. It is going to be number 51, Caleb, scoring that goal, but Lakeville comes out with that face-off. And they're going to pass it around, work their way up top. Good stick check by number 21 for Eagan. Odin, and he's going to push him back.
Number 51, Caleb Lyon. It is unassisted.
And officially, it's going to be an unassisted goal by Caleb. Great work by Caleb, doing some good work on the face-offs tonight and getting his first goal scored of the season. Never too late for a goal, is it? Good work, Odin, pushing him outside. Big pass out front, but gets read by number 51, Caleb, and he picks it out of the air and passes it down to Charlie. Charlie's going to work his way up front. Caleb is having a beautiful night tonight. Really doing some work there and gets the pass back from Charlie as he works his way upfield, works his way inside to pass it, get the touch, and then working his way across the top is going to be number 27, Lane. He's going to work his way around, come in deep, pass it off to Charlie Sisk up front. Oh, tries to get a pass back, but gets his hands tied up and loses the ball, but Egan's going to scoop it back up. Does not get control of it as there's a fight behind the goal. And looks like Longpole's going to scoop it up before it gets over the line. He's going to dump it off to another stick waiting, and then back across, get some room to work with. Pass it out front. Gets met out front by Charlie, I believe. Yep, that was Charlie. Give him a little stick. Works his way down in the zone, working his way downhill. Waiting wide open again for number 3 for Lakeville. That is Landon Seaberg, waiting right out front, uncovered. Scoring the goal. Looks like it was Charlie's low left side. So still down by 4, but making some improvements tonight. 3 goals scored for Eagan, 7 by Lakeville. And Caleb's doing a great job tonight on face-off and scoring goals. Good work by Caleb there. Oh, he gets peeled off of it. Sees it squirting across the top and grabs at it. Little bad pass there. gooses it forward, but Lakeville's defense is waiting for it. Picks it up and passes it around, looking for an open player way downfield, number 9, who gobbles it up, and he's going to work his way across the top right side of Charlie. Takes a couple of stick checks from Liam, but keeps possession of it. They're going to work it around in the corner right in front of Egan's bench. Number 18 is going to take it across, pass it off to a set of fresh legs as he works his way down and in the inside. And looks like off to the right side and then back up top. He's going to get a good head of steam, come down low, look for a shot, but doesn't see what he likes, passes it off into the backfield. They work it back and forth. Another pass out front, but it does result in a goal and a flag down. Not really sure on which player it's on, but I'm assuming it's going to be on Eagan. It's going to be on 2-0 for Eagan. That's going to be Charlie Sisk, who got a little reckless out front of the goal and tried to take his player out by lifting him up and kind of putting a hold on him. See what the actual call is. They are picking up the flag, so there is going to be no penalty served because they did score a goal. Good work out front there. He tries to get through. Oh, nice job there, picking it up one-handed and then working his way around. It's number 34 for Eagan. Liam Riley, he works his way back down. Passes off to Odin, the long pole, who's getting harassed as he passes it back down. Oh, big hard hit on the blind side. Should have been called, and there is a flag. Gets hit from behind by number 2. That's going to be Brandon Froisa for Lakeville. He's going to serve that penalty. Hopefully he goes in there and thinks about what he did.
Penalty called on Lakeville South. 30-second technical foul, push with possession.
It's going to be push with possession, 30-second technical.
30-second technical foul on the Cougars.
Giving Eagan the possession of the ball. Going to start up high, number 19 for Eagan. That is Joey Will. Passes it down and then back up to number 44. And then back across the top of the front, waiting in the middle. Good work around by Charlie, but doesn't get the room he needs. And passes up back up top as we restart this workaround. Back down low, inside the middle, missed pass. Good work by gobbling it up there. Joey Will, and a good shot. Oh, a high stick. It's going to be shot wide to the left by number 44. That is Bim taking a good shot at it. A little off target, but not exactly the wrong time to be taking a shot while the goalie's got his back turned. Lakeville's going to pass it up and get it pushed up the line. Gets a free clear across the line, and he gets inside, gets the touch. He's going to pass it up to a couple of fresh legs waiting. As Eagan switches out for a new long pole. And then Jackson Thomas is going to, a little can opener move there by Jackson. Staying with his man, number 5 for Lakeville. Does not like what he sees, so he dumps it off. Jack Goodmedicine's good stick check there by Jack, making him, keeping him honest and keeping him from shooting as they pass it up top. And they're going to work their way around. They're going to try from the top and work their way downhill. Big stick and scores a goal. Top left side for Charlie. I'm not sure. Number 37 for Lakeville is going to be scoring that goal. Trevor Jex. Bringing the score now 9-3. Lakeville, they're starting to pull ahead a little bit. We're down by 6. This being our biggest gap so far. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left on this third quarter as we get a restart there. Gibbs going down and gets the pinch, but does not maintain possession. Lakeville's got a new set of legs out front. Passes up to waiting number 3 wide open again, but he does not receive the pass well, and Charlie gobbles it up. He's going to push it upfield. Try and get some open Eagan players here to work their way open. Big throw to waiting number 27 for Eagan Lane, who's going to work his way down in, loses possession of it. Good body move there. Passing it back up to Lane. Lane's going to work his way across the top. Works his way down in low. Charlie, I believe that number 22, Charlie Fifield, passes it back up to the Lakeville's top right, or top left of the goalie. And back into center. Big stick check there, but he maintains possession, dumps it off to number 41, Brady. Brady pushes it down low. Bad pass, gets popped loose. And they underhand pass it to their goalie as they're going to get a reset and hold possession of it. Short stick out front. He's going to take it down the middle. In on him, but they dump it off to a waiting long pole. Eagan offensive zone. He runs into a little bit of trouble, so he dumps it up off high. Down low for number 5. He's going to work his way across the back. Jackson Thomas is giving chase. Keeping him on the outside in the shooting lane. Good stick check by Jackson. Almost made his pass off target, but not quite enough. Lakeville's going to take it out in front of Eagan's bench, pass it around a little bit. They work their way on Charlie's top right side. Little back and forth there in the sun, right in front of Caleb. Doesn't like what he sees, so he passes up top, waiting up top, and then number 7 is going to take a low to high shot.
Shot number 7, Isaac Larson.
Looks like Charlie got a little piece of that and managed to push it out, but wasn't able to handle it and keep it. So, and then Jackson's going to square off, pass up front, up top, waiting in the middle. Good work by Charlie, seeing that shot coming, and manages to gobble up his rebound that drops in front of him. Pass it off to Jackson on the right side, who's going to work his way upfield. Big pass in front of the table, waiting, and then a good redirect feed, getting it down and getting some momentum down low. Good shot. Ooh, just missed wide left. It was a shot by number 19 by Eagan. Joey Will making a great attempt at a shot there, but it does turn the ball back over to Lakeville. Charlie tries to make a move on it, but kind of loses his footing a little bit, so they're going to work its way back down to Eagan's offensive zone, get the touch, and they're going to work their way down low. Charlie's left side, and then off to the X. Looking for a man up front. Good work by number 7, Gabe Jellin, by putting a stick up and getting in his way, blocking that pass. And then Lakeville does basically the same thing as he tries to move it upfield, gets pushed out, and then Gabe's still working on it, trying to gobble it up with his stick as he works his way towards the out of bounds, but does take it out of bounds, turning the ball back over to Lakeville. He's going to get it down low on Charlie's right side. Get some new legs out there for Eagan. Comer looks like he's out top with a short stick, pass down low. Quick move, but breaks his ankles, falls to the ground. Looks like we do have a player hurt on the right side of Charlie. Did not see the play as it was unfolding, but he is down in a little bit of pain. Not able to get back up, so we're going to stop the clock. It's going to be an injury timeout. Looks like 2-minute cross check getting called on Eagan.
Called on the Wildcats.
Gabe Jellin, non-releasable, so it is a severe penalty, which was, I believe that's what resulted in the injury, but Gabe's going to have to sit for 2 minutes. So even if Lakeville scores a goal, that 2 minutes still full ride. We're going to have to be down for that full 2 minutes. If we can get possession of it, work its way up into Lakeville's zone, and just kind of stall it. See if we can keep the ball moving in a quick game of keep away for 2 minutes, and we can keep it out of their hands. But Lakeville is going to get it to start. Man down to Eagan. Currently 3:19 left on the clock as the whistle back in play. Lakeville's going to work his way around, get some good looks up there. Big up top pass, but not able to bring it down. So no shot out of there. Back over to the right side. Deep right side. Gets a good pop by Comer. Big number 7 wide open, shoots low right between Charlie's legs. scoring a goal, but we still have a penalty to serve. Not sure. Looks like Lakeville number 3. Sure. As we get ready for a new face-off, we're going to put a long pole out there. Odin's going to take the face-off, man down for a few more minutes. 2:58 left on the clock for Eagan. Score is currently 10-3. Not totally out of this game yet. Eagan can get back on there and get some momentum going their way. Looks like they're going to just give Lakeville possession and let them take it without the face-off.
Scoring for Lakeville South, number 7,
Little
Isaac Larson.
chest move by Coach Matea.
Number 3, Landon Seaberg.
Not getting our guys out of position and not
Quarter,
letting
2
them
minutes,
get a
57
fast break so we can
remaining.
get our guys set up.
Cougars goal scored by
Lakeville's going to
Isaac
work its way
Larson.
around.
The assist, Landon
Up top,
Seaberg, 2:57
rolling pass
remaining,
to
third
a new
quarter.
set of legs, number 7. Pass gets missed, but out there to challenge it is number 21 for Eagan, Odin. Giving him a couple slaps as he gobbles it back up and dumps it quickly. Lakeville's going to work its way around, trying to do some quick passes there. Good work by Jackson getting a stick on that and knocking it down, but not able to get possession. Sawyer's going to make some good sticks there. Good pass out front. Jackson, tries to reach for it. Gets his hands tied up. I don't know why there's not a flag. There should be a hold on that one, but there is not one. So looks like Lakeville's going to keep possession of it and get down low, but does not get a shot out of that. As he works his way around, good work by Charlie seeing that low shot. Good sweep to push it out and across. Eagan getting pushed over out of bounds. It's going to maintain Lakeville South ball at the 50-yard line, so they get a restart. Should be releasing this penalty any second now. But Lakeville's going to get their chance to work it away around front. Big shot. Charlie sees it coming a mile away and blocks it and manages to gobble up his own pass out of bounds. Looking at a couple of players there, but they weren't paying attention and looking back at Charlie. So it goes out of bounds in the Eagan bench, turning the ball over. Back up to even strength for Eagan.
They are full strength.
As Lakeville gets possession, works their way around, gets the touch. And then bad pass. And Odin's there to capitalize on that one. Picks it up and runs downfield, gets inside, gets a little trip there, but flag down. As Lakeville takes possession, they're going to whistle the ball dead. It's going to be hold 30 seconds. It's going to be on number 37 for Lakeville. Trevor Jex is going to serve that penalty. That's going to give 57 seconds left on the clock. Score is currently 3-10. Lakeville South up on top with 10. As we work our way across the top and then down. Bad pass, but Eagan is able to keep possession. Work its way down to the X position, back up top, and then across. Gabe is out there with a short stick now. And looking for a shot, doesn't get it. 33 seconds left on the clock. They're going to work it away, try and get that ball moving quickly. Good shot, a little wide, but good shot there by Bim. A little wide to the right. Eagan does maintain possession of that. We have 24 seconds left on the clock. Time is currently stopped. And they whistle the ball back in play. Eagan's going to get to working around. Lakeville's back up to even strength, so they put a little pressure on and get a hold of that one. Pops it free. He swats it forward to waiting Sean Stevenson. Picks it up and dumps into a player, but he gets picked And then they're going to work their way across the top. There's 0 time left on the clock, so that is going to end this third quarter. Currently 10-3 Lakeville on top. Eagan doing a good job and getting a couple more shots on goal. Bim's made a couple of good shots, not on target, but he's had good opportunities. And Eagan's slowed down the Lakeville offense a little bit here. So that brings us, which is going to be our dad joke of the game. So to start with, first joke is going to be, what time did the man go to the dentist? What time did the man go to the dentist? It's going to be 2:30. 2:30 is the time that he went to the dentist. Classic dad joke, announced or overheard by our announcers here, who, much like some of those goals Charlie's been stopping today. Second joke is going to be, my dad told me a joke about boxing. I guess I missed the punchline. Yeah, that was a good one-liner. Missing the punchline. Always bad with the dad joke. But always a classic, the 2:30 time. Eagan's bench is breaking up now. But on a little bit of a high note, as we look at their bench scattering a little bit. Charlie's doing a great job tonight, stopping a lot of shots on goal. Of course, the star of the game so far has been number 51, Caleb Lyon, who has not only scored a goal, but won a couple of faceoffs, which he normally not given much of a chance for faceoffs, but tonight he's doing a great job of it. As he gets down and set for the next faceoff. Down low is going to be Luke, and up top is going to be a long pole for Eagan. Oh, he comes out with the ball, but loses possession of it, kicks it forward. There's going to be a scramble for the ball, and looks like number 81, Luke, picks it up, but loses it again. White ball for Eagan. Or excuse me. Going to be white ball. It looks like we got a little disagreement between the refs, but Eagan is going to get possession of it. Number 81, Luke's going to take it at the top. Probably a loose ball push on that one, not quite sure. Little long pass up top right side is Gabe. Gabe runs into a little bit of wall, loses the ball, picks it back up. Gets a good pick move there, and a little shoulder shrug. Gets down low. And then back across. Joey Will's going to make a couple of moves, gets his back move. Caleb loses sight of it, but picks it back up while it's on the ground. Gabe sees the bounce, passes it. Little hard pass, but right to Charlie Sisk, and it goes a little wide. That's going to be turning over the ball to Lakeville. As they get set, off to their goalie. Big stick out front. And then loses possession of it, but picks it back up. Gets away across the line. Big stick in the back. And that's going to be flagged every day. That would be David Comer giving a little pop in the back. And now he's going to have to pay for the price for that one. It's either going to be a push or a cross check. My guess is push with possession.
Penalty called on the Wildcats, 30-second technical foul push.
30-second technical push,
David Comer,
which is going to give Lakeville another man-up advantage. Eagan's defense is doing a heck of a job killing those penalties, as long as we can stay penalty-free. As Lakeville's going to start at the top, work their way on Charlie's right side, back up top, work their way down on Charlie's left side. Man out with a long pole. Eagan does a little rotating, giving some fresh looks. Big sticks out front. Looks for a shot, doesn't get it. Wide open shot, and it is. Charlie does get a stick on it. Gets loose in the back as Sean's in the back fighting for it. As he kicks it to a waiting Lakeville player, gets peeled off the ball on out front. big shot out front, and Charlie does a great job seeing that coming and puts a stop to that. Back out to David, who didn't quite keep possession of that and loses the ball. Lakeville resets. Egan's back on full strength. Tries a little back check. Ball is squirted loose in the Charlie's bottom left side. Doesn't look like anybody saw exactly where it was going, but Lakeville did have a player closest to the line, so they get possession of it. Sean's going to work his way in there into the X position, challenging the player. Pushes out front. Bad pass is going to go all the way across. Joey Wills waiting out front. Big stick by Jack and pushed in the back. Do we have a whistle? We do not have a whistle. Oh, we do on the backside. That's going to be good work by Egan. They're going to have possession as Charlie's going to take it top. Pass it off. Oh, no, he's going to take it in low. Big stick check. Flag down. And ref's going to wave the player to come over here. You come here. I need to talk to you. It's going to be a 30-second push on Lakeville. Egan's going to maintain possession and have the man-up advantage in Lakeville zone.
Lakeville South, 30-second technical foul.
It's going to give us 30 seconds.
With possession number
Currently 9:24 left in this third.
Time of the penalty.
Score still 10-3.
30-second
Lakeville.
foul. Cougars.
Down to Joey and back up top. And then all the way across. And down low. Ooh, big high pass, but gobbled back up. And then back out top. Bobbled pass. Staying with it is Gabe, doing a good job and brings it down in low. And across to Charlie, waiting on the Lakeville's left side. Big feed out front. Not a shot to take, so he's going to gobble it up. Gets peeled off the ball handedly by Lakeville's long pole as he works his way across and then dumps it off to his waiting short stick. Met by Sean, who does a good little swat, but Lakeville's going to keep it. And down low is going to be Jack Other Medicine. Back up top, we're waiting for Sean. And back down to Jack's player. Big shot up top. He's going to hang out and work his way across the top. Odin's going to go do a little stick poke there. Does not like what he sees, so he's going to pass it down to X and across the back. A little stutter step move, try to get some space from Jack, but he's doing a good job keeping a stick out front. The Aaron pass goes over his head, but they are going to be able to out of bounds. He did not get to it in time. Turning the ball over to Egan. Gabe, the short stick's going to take it on the line of scrimmage, or excuse me, the sideline. He's going to take it all the way across, head towards his belt. Puts his head down and goes right into his Lakeville player. Gets through him and then through a second one. Still working his way downfield to get the touch. A little out of breath, so he's going to work his way back and retreat into some space. Looking for a player to switch it out. Big pass up top. And he does maintain possession of it. Flag down.
Penalty flag has been thrown. Penalty upcoming.
Not sure what the flag is on. It's like the ref is pointing at a couple of Lakeville players, but not really sure what the call is going to be. Lakeville number 37 looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Trevor Jacks, he's already served at least one penalty. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second offside penalty on 37. Ooh, bad pass out, and then Charlie gets in there but loses a stick. Lakeville gobbles it up and going to work his way down the line. And as he gets inside, gets the touch. Tries to make a move inside, but gets turned away by Liam. And then back up top. Lakeville's going to slow it down and try and kill this penalty off. They got 30 seconds to kill. They can waste their time. Currently 7:12 on the clock.
Penalty to Lakeville South release. Cougars are at full strength.
Penalty is released. Lakeville's back on full strength. Ooh, high pass. Almost went out of bounds. But he brings it back down. And down on the left side. Currently in goal for Egan is number 33. And that's going to be Ethan Locke. Oh, good work picking off the ball and getting it back over to Ethan. Ethan's going to work his way up the center. He's looking to pass to him, waiting. Oh, good work there. Seeing Jack open and upfield. Jack works his way across. We got a big stick check and passing off to Ethan back in the game. Ethan's going to work his way around and get down low as Jack retreats back over the line so we can get a new center legs there. Ethan works his way around the side, tries a sweeping shot down low, but and Eagan does a good job hustling out of bounds to keep it in our possession. Ethan's going to take it in the backfield at the X position. Big pass out front. Ooh, good feed out there in the number 27 lane. Working his way down the hill, but loses it. So Lakeville gobbles it back up. Little stick push there, trying to get him out of bounds. As he gets rid. Oh, good stop move there. And some slap checks there, trying to pass it off. Waiting up top of number 37. As he works his way past his first man, makes a shot that gets deflected, bounces free, and gets gobbled up by our goalie. Goalie interference. There we go. That's a good call. They put a stick up in front of our goalie. He gets 5 seconds to clear the ball, but Lakeville not giving them that 5 count. So Eagan gets a free clear across the line. Down to Ethan, waiting on the right side. Makes a couple stutter step moves. Good shot by Ethan, but right into the chest of the goalie as he gobbles it back up. Good shot. Oh, bounces right over the net. And Joey Will gives him a little poke, and the ref sees that one and flags him. Joey's protesting it, but it was pretty blatant right in front of the ref. So that's going to give a little even strength for a couple of seconds for Lakeville. It was a beautiful bounce shot, but a little too high, goes right over the goalie. It's going to be on number 19, Joey. It's going to be push. Not sure the time limit on that one.
Called on the Wildcats. 30-second technical.
It's going to be 30-second technical.
Number 19, Joey Will. Time of the penalty.
Looks like Lakeville's going to have man-up advantage. They did release their player, and they get a free clear in the Eagan zone as they work their way across and down, back up top. They're going to work it. Do a good job of passing it quickly, try and create some space here, get some guys in for some free and clears. Oh, did not see that one coming. Quick shot, top left side. Ethan was not able to see that one and went right over the top of him. That is going to release Joey from that penalty, so we are back at even strength. Time on the clock is currently 4:51. Lakeville is at 11-3. Doing a good job for Eagan. Got 4:52, 4:51 left on the 4:48 left on the clock for this fourth period.
Isaac Larson.
Lakeville gets possessions, works her way downhill, runs into a wall of players and gets knocked out. Jack does a good job pushing her forward, trips and falls, drawing a penalty. It's going to be a loose ball. Jackson Thomas has got a short stick right now, so he's going to take it, work his way upfield. Runs into a Lakeville player, but pushes his way across the 50-yard line, works his way down low. Good pass out front, and a quick pass to Charlie, who's not ready to set up. Sees a wide opening, takes a shot, but right into the Lakeville stick. Lakeville's going to pass it out, waiting number 4 right out front. Ethan does a good slap check, does not knock the ball free, runs into a couple players who take a poke at it, but crosses over the line and gets the touch. Down low, works his way across. Liam getting a couple moves in front of him, but he doesn't try and profit from it, so he passes it up and up top. Back across to the front. And up top to the left. And then down low. Takes a couple steps back. Does not like get turned away. Waiting up front. And an easy goal for Lakeville. Waiting out front and pretty much uncontested. Lakeville definitely has a size advantage with their attackmen on our defenseman there. Looks like number 3 for Lakeville, Landon Seaberg, scoring again. And Ethan is in goal this fourth quarter, taking a peppering of shots, but good work. Oh, looks like it's going to be Egan's possession there. Is number 51, Caleb, gets peeled off of it. So there looks like Gabe's going to take it and work his way downfield, try and get inside. Doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to work his way around back, up front, and then around to the front. Gets a good, tries a little jump shot there, but does not get it in. Charlie quick to scramble out of bounds. Going to keep possession with Eagan on Lakeville's bottom left side. Charlie's going to get a good head of steam, get past the defender, get out front. Tries to keep possession of it, but gets tripped up and scooped up by Eagan and passed quickly. But for some reason, I didn't see the call. They're going to call Lakeville's possession on that one. So Lakeville's going to take it in front of their net, work his way upfield. Good ride out there. Timeout by Lakeville as he crosses the line.
Timeout, Lakeville South.
I don't know exactly why they're calling a timeout. They're up 9. It's not like they have to set up a game plan here, but Eagan can definitely use the rest for a second. Get reset and come up with a game plan to keep those Lakeville trees from growing in front of our net. We have to do a little tree trimming here. We look at the Lakeville bench gathering up and congratulating each other. Looks like they're just trying to give their players a quick break before the end of this quarter. We got 2:50 left till the end of the game. Score is still 3-2 by 9. Eagan not able to capitalize on the flurry of shots they were able to do in the second quarter, I believe it was, but definitely found a good formula. Just keep pounding those shots on their goalie and hopefully overload his senses and get him scrambling like a hot cat on a tin roof and get it right past him. Eagan bench breaks up as their players make their way downfield. Liam's going to keep, Jackson Thomas is going to keep a short stick for this quarter. Going to be a short stick defender, midfielder. Jackson does a good job of adapting to new positions and being able to, good stick down low and pushes him out of bounds. Good work by Odin, but there's a flag down. Oh, it's going to be pushing the back on Eagan. Not really sure about that call. He was able to push him out of bounds, but the ref's going to call it 30-second push in the back on Odin.
Italy called on the Wildcats, 30-second technical foul.
So that's going to put Lakeville with a 30-second time advantage with 2:45 left on the clock. Not that Lakeville needs an advantage on this so far. He's going to take it high up on Ethan's right side. Number 20 for Lakeville is going to work his way back up to the center and then back over to the left. Gets men out front. Liam and pushes it down low. Oh, big shot right through 2 defensive poles and right over Ethan's head. Number 19 for Lakeville, I believe it was. It's going to be Kieran Trago. if I am correct. Score is now 13-3. Could be number 3 I'm hearing over the radio and the difference. So that's going to be Layden Seaberg again. Good work there by Jaden, Gabe Jellin, seeing that one and gobbling it up. As Eagan wins that face-off. Big stick check there. Hands-free, Charlie Sisk waiting in the back. Able to gobble it up back again and gets beat.
The assist, Landon Seaberg.
Looks like Ethan's going to work his way down low. Working way around, gets pushed out. Oh, wasn't able to gobble it up. That's going to be a loose push and give Lakeville possession of that one. Ref seeing it performing, but really nothing Lakeville's doing right in front of them. So Lakeville's going to work his way and get a good head of steam and work his way downhill. Good work by Jackson with a low stick check and pops it free. Not able to, they call it on Lakeville there, giving Eagan possession.
Push on the Cougars possession, Wildcats.
Jackson's going to let number 4 for Eagan, Liam Thomas, take it and work his way up top. Passes it down to Ethan. Wide open, Ethan's going to work his way upfield. And then up to Sawyer. Sawyer gets a little bit of trouble. Back to Liam. We got some running out of time here. But looks like if we don't get this quickly, back over, and it's going to be failure to advance. Or no, it's going to be a penalty. Looks like dueling penalties right in front of the ref. Number 35 for Lakeville and 16 for Eagan. As we're it's going to be matching conduct, what basically means you guys are getting a little too rough with each other, so I'm going to make you both sit in a timeout and think about it. Eagan is going to keep possession of it in Lakeville zone.
Penalties called on each team.
Looks like number 7, Gabe's going to take it up top, work his way around, and across the top.
Technical foul on
down to Jackson. Jackson pushes it down to Charlie. Down low is Ethan. Going to take a couple side steps, work his way around and do a signature move. Skirting around that crease and getting out front. Oh, good shot out front. Big, and I think it did score. No, it got blocked and gobbled up by Lakeville's goalie. Ball down. Good work. Goosing in behind him. Keep possession of it, boys. Dig for it, dig for it. Lakeville totally loses his stick. It's going to be Eagan's ball. Yeah, it might be a call on a play without the cross. So once you lose the stick, you got to get out of there. Good headbutt move to get inside, but loses possession of it. Ball rattles around. Lakeville goalie is going to scoop it up. Looks like it's going to be a crease violation for Eagan. They all tried for the ball, and Gabe actually stepped on the goalie's stick. So they're going to get a free clear up top across the 50-yard line. Waiting in front is Jackson, who's going to ride with him and push him down low. And then he passes it down low, back off to Jackson, who switches out. Good stick check. Ooh, good bouncing shot. Ethan sees that one coming. Big pass down to Charlie, ending the clock. So the game is over. Final score 13-3. Eagan losing by 10 on this Tuesday evening. This being our final home game, assuming we're not going to, or assuming that we will still have some playoff games. But if we do manage to eke one out and able to host in the postseason, you'll see us here again. Eagan's next opponent is going to be this Thursday, so in 2 more days on the 15th against Shakopee. Shakopee is currently sitting at a 4-6 record, while Eagan is uncomfortably sitting at a 1-8 record. Not in any small part to a good effort tonight, getting some good legs and some good looks out there tonight. So with that, I end the regular season and bid you all farewell till next year.